Big Mo's time is up.
What'd they get to you?
You never should have made me a free agent.
Mom swore on a Bible, and then I'm pretty sure she lied to the whole world. You will never see me again.
I want you to give some thought to my offer.
I'm done lying.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Your Honor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Your Honor Season 2, Episode 9. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And it's about to go down, man. We got one more episode left, and after this episode, you can feel the tension in the air. It's going to get crazy. I can't wait to see how Fia is going to react to Michael in next week's episode when she finds out the truth about Adam. And I also want to see how Michael's going to handle that whole court situation, because that's going to be a scene to see. And it seems like the Baxter family, they're on his case, especially after Olivia messed everything up. I mean, she was so thirsty in last week's episode by going to Fia. She thought she was doing something, but by going to Fia, telling her to flip on her family, all that did was backfire, and now Jimmy Baxter knows what's going down and that he's being watched, which caused the ripple effect. So now he's canceled the whole deal for that property, and it's looked like it's going to be hell to pay in next week's episode. But let's go over the description of episode 9. The title of the episode is called Part 19, and the description of the episode reads, prompted by Olivia, Michael goes to see Jimmy Baxter, who makes him an unexpected offer. Shifting loyalties in Big Mo's crew force her hand. Lee urges Michael for help. So those are the key elements of this episode. Like I said, it was a crazy episode, and it was a great build-up for the season finale, which is going to air next week. And would you guys love to see a Your Honor Season 3? Even though this is the last season, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people was talking about how they like this season so much and they don't want the show to end. We know in Season 1, what this show brought, the numbers were so great, they had to give us a Season 2. We wasn't even supposed to get a Season 2. We ain't supposed to get a Season 3. So we're going to see what Showtime does. But to be 100% honest with you guys, I think this is it. But it is going to be a bittersweet moment once, the season finale airs. So let's get right into this recap. What did we see in episode 9? Now, the episode starts out with Michael, and he's probably thinking about the deal he just made with Olivia. Of course, we're trying to take down the Baxter family. And y'all know he's probably having second thoughts, but it is what it is. He got to do what he got to do because he does not want Fia to be involved in any of this. And Fia and Elizabeth, they want Michael to come to court, but he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm not going to that courtroom at all. I just want to leave it and not worry about it at all. Then we get to Gina and Carmine Conti. He wants to know where Jimmy is at. He wants him to be at court and, of course, be the face of the family. But Gina, she does not think that at all. She doesn't think Jimmy should be the face of this family, and he does not make the right decisions. And she believes him not being at court is the right move. Now we get to court. Fia is there, and of course her mom's there, so they see each other, which they haven't seen each other in a while because she left after what happened to Carlo, and she was pissed off with the family. Now, the prosecutor, he's pretty much saying that Eugene did all of this for revenge. He was aiming for Carlo, but he ended up hitting Adam and took his life. Plain and simple, like he should go down for that, and that's what he's fighting for. He wants the jury to convict him. Now, Lee, she has other plans. She starts to break this down piece by piece. She is pretty much saying that, look, Rudy, he tried to cover all of this up. He said Eugene was dead. Then all of a sudden, Eugene is not dead. And when he finds out about this, he tries to kill him. That doesn't work. Eugene survives. Rudy knows that he's pretty much screwed, so he takes his own life. And she says, like, why would he do that? Was he trying to cover something up? So she's pretty much saying that it is some type of corruption within the police department and higher ups. And that's what she pretty much wants to expose. So then she starts to go at your girl, Gina Baxter, and she destroys her. She tells her, look, you didn't even see Eugene. You were talking about you saw a dark figure. You didn't see anything. Talking about I would have, protected my son. Well, you lied because you didn't see Eugene shoot Adam at all. You're just out there trying to make sure Eugene goes to jail. She broke that down. She broke down the fact that Gina was the one that helped transfer Carlo to Kofi's jail, right? So all this was just planned out, and she's pretty much breaking it down, making it seem like the Baxter family set a lot of this stuff up which is true. And seeing that Carlo killed Kofi, which they're trying to say it was self-defense, we know that's not true either. All it's doing is making Gina Baxter and her family look bad. And the prosecution, they don't like it. So of course they're talking about, we want to bring in Michael Desiato or whatever. Like, really? You only doing this because your girl Lee is out there exposing y'all, and they know if they can get Michael to come in and hopefully tell the truth, it can help with their whole case to, get Eugene to be convicted. And we know the judge does make his decision and Michael has to show up in court. Now we get to Chris and Little Mo. Chris is talking about he wants to basically form a Desire 2.0. He wants to go up against Big Mo and pretty much just take her out. And I knew once he went to Little Mo, this was not going to work out based on Little Mo's response. You can just tell he wasn't really feeling it, but he went along with the game plan to make it seem like that was the case. Now we get to Jimmy and Michael. They go for a ride. Michael does tell Jimmy that he's not trying to take his spot as far as, Fia always coming to him, like that's her father or whatever. And he tells him, thank you for not telling Fia the truth about what really happened to Rocco and that Adam was the one that did that. We know Jimmy tells him, like, look, he didn't want to put Fia through that. She's already been through a lot, and that was not the smart move. And he's talking to Michael about the property, family, the future, and he wants Michael to basically take Frankie's spot. He knows Michael is very smart, and it seems like Jimmy is trying to change or whatever, right? But we know deep down inside, he can never change because of who he is and who he's connected to, his family, Carmine Conti, the deal he's made with the Calabria family. I mean, he's a criminal. He's a mobster. That's what he's trying to escape. He is trying to be legit, but we know every time he tries to do something, I guess, positive, he gets dragged right back into this lifestyle. And Michael basically has to make a choice on if he wants to do business and, enjoying this family and be a part of all this. I mean, it is a part of this whole game plan with Olivia, right? But Jimmy's like, look, it ain't like I got a gun to your head. And Michael was like, well, sometimes it's a gun to your head, even though you don't even know it. So Michael, he's spitting that knowledge in this episode, man. He was correct. He's not lying at all. I mean, everything he's saying definitely makes a lot of sense. And after he has that conversation with Jimmy, he gets a ride from Carlo and they start to have a conversation. I mean, he pretty much tells him, like, look, your father offered me a position, a legitimate position or whatever, and I'm thinking about working with the family. Michael tells him, I won't even work with you because all you do is get caught. We know Carlo's telling him, well, I'm not going to get caught. I'm good and all this stuff. I mean, y'all know how Michael be getting in this dude's head. I mean, Carlo pretty much be telling everything. He's not that bright, but he is trying, right? And Michael understands that in order to get to the Baxter family, all you got to do is follow Carlo because Carlo's going to do all the illegal activity. And he's so stupid, he's going to get caught. And this is what he tells Olivia later on in the episode, but we know that whole game plan backfired. Now we get to Chris, Roderick, and Little Mo. And Chris better be glad that he had Little Mo there because Roderick was not about to do no type of moves with him. And Chris is running his mouth talking about, we're going to have future deals. We're going to be good. And this is going to be good for business. Roderick ain't even feeling that. He's like, look, we're going to do each deal one at a time. That's it. Then your boy Little Mo pulls out the strap, and then Big Mo comes out of nowhere. So like I said, this whole game plan that Chris had did not work. Little Mo says, look, I'm not about to betray my auntie. Like, that's my blood. Like, are you crazy? I mean, I guess he thought it would work. At the end of the day, Chris, he was the one that brought the drugs to the house. And we know what happened to his little brother. He didn't make it. And that's a sad story. But he brought those drugs there. He slipped up. And he has to deal with those consequences. Regardless if you don't like Big Mo or not, you made that mistake. And we know he had to deal with those consequences. So Big Mo took him out because Little Mo could not do it. He had to turn away. And now your boy Chris, he ain't here no more. And then we get to Fia and Jimmy. And Fia is pissed off for what she heard at court. And she's asking her dad about the family, the history. Is it true about, grandpa and him and mom inheriting the business from them? Of course, Jimmy was beating around the bush. He wasn't trying to tell her the truth, but he ended up saying, yeah, it's true. But, I built a legitimate business. But she ain't trying to hear all that. She wants to know the truth. And she tells him, tell me the truth about what really happened to Eugene's family. And if you lied to me, I'm leaving and you're not going to never see me again. And once she said that, Jimmy had to think of something. So of course he did, tell her, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He said it was a gas leak, which was a lie. We know what Jimmy did. We know Gina was putting that pressure on him to do something about this. We talked about this in season 1. Jimmy didn't want to do that. he wanted to wait until he got 100% truth before, he made his move. He wanted that proof. He didn't get to get it because Gina kept pressuring him, right? So this is what he got. He had to say it was a gas leak, and now she's like, okay, you told me the truth. So guess what? A U.S. attorney came to me. You're being watched, so you better watch out all the stuff that you're doing. And by her telling her pops this, it's just like little Mo and Big Mo. She stay loyal to the family. Blood, you know what I'm saying? She gonna look out for her family no matter what, even though they got issues. And all this is gonna do is mess up the whole game plan to take down the Baxter family. Now Charlie calls Olivia and tells her the deal is off. Jimmy Baxter has stopped the whole deal with the property, and now they have to figure out something else. And Olivia, she's pissed off. She was all happy at first, like, oh, we about to make this move and all that. See, you slipped up. Like, why did you do this? You was entirely too thirsty. You should have just, waited a little bit until the deal was closed or whatever. But you going in on Fia after Michael told you to leave her alone, that was a huge mistake. And Michael was just looking at her like, really? Like, you messed up. And now he knows that Jimmy is probably going to be looking at everybody, looking his way, wondering who is against him. You know what I'm saying? Is Michael a part of him being watched? So you already know this is not going to end well. Now, Big Mo proposes to Janelle, but we know she ain't having it. And I don't blame her. She's like, hell nah. I ain't messing around with you. The lifestyle that you're living is too risky. She done seen entirely too much, and I knew from day one it wasn't going to end well with this whole storyline. To be honest with you guys, I thought Janelle was going to get smoked, but she ended up just saying, nah, I'm good. I wonder if we're going to get more out of this storyline in the season finale, but from the looks of it, it's pretty much over. Now Lee goes to Michael to tell him he has to go to court, and if he doesn't, the judge is probably going to subpoena him to show up. Michael was pissed off. He's like, look, I guess I'm just going to tell the truth that he saw Eugene shoot Adam, right? And Elizabeth, she's there. She's pissed off that Lee is even there because we know she is defending Eugene. But Lee is pissed off. She's like, look, you need to lie. That's what you need to do. I mean, that's all you've been doing anyway. You helped protect the Baxter family in the past. So, of course, she's pissed off about that. And she wants him to protect Eugene and just lie this time around. And I don't know how this is going to end. You know what I'm saying? Because we know the Baxters, they're going to be pissed off in next week's episode. And seeing that Michael has to go to court and watching that episode 10 trailer, they don't even want this guy to show up and testify and talk about this at all. So it's going to be a crazy ending. Lee, she is just looking to expose everybody. And if Michael does decide to tell the truth, he might as well just tell everything. Don't leave out parts, you know what I'm saying? Don't just say Eugene killed Adam. You need to say your boy Adam took out Rocco and you helped cover it up. And tell them that No Neck Charlie helped you out, and tell them that you helped protect Carlo. I mean, just tell them all if you want to be out there telling the truth, because if you just going to expose Eugene, you might as well expose your dirt too. But from the looks of it, the Baxter family, they got different plans for your boy Michael. And what about Olivia? I mean, she screwed all of this up. What is she going to do? I mean, going to Fia, like I told you guys earlier, was flat out stupid. And now everybody's going to have to deal with those consequences. I'm going to tell you right now, I just hope Gina gets dropped off. Somebody drop Gina Baxter straight off. Hell, Carlo, he can get dropped off too. He make all the mistakes. It will be some type of twist in the season finale, but everybody's not going to make it. I can guarantee you that one. Somebody's going to go. The question is, who is it going to be? Now, I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support. We will be talking about Your Honor Season 2 this week. We want to get ready for the season finale and just go over some final predictions on what may happen in the last episode. So stay tuned for the videos. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.